Let's make some salami. Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host Ken Johnson. So today we're going to be making a hunter's sausage. This salami is a very ancient form of salami called patina, and it is found in northern Italy along the mountains. So enjoy. Alright, we're going to cheat today and do some ground pork instead of grinding our own pork. This is roughly about 1.5 pounds. I'm going to put it in a bowl, and then what I want to do is just kind of get it broken up a little bit so that when we put it in the refrigerator or freezer, that it won't all be frozen solid. And this will also help make it where it's a little bit more pebbly, because I'm wanting to keep some of the texture of this. Alright, this 1 cup of water going in. This right here is cultured buttermilk. We're going to put in 2 tablespoons. Okay, our meat has been in the freezer. It's all nice and cold. This right here is a 1/2 cup of wine with a bay leaf and a teaspoon of garlic powder. This is the type of wine that I'm using, a Cabernet from Black Box. You can also use a cherry and grape juice combination. Just need to use a 1/4 cup with a bay leaf and teaspoon of garlic powder. Need 3 teaspoons of salt. This right here is fennel. We'll use 1 tablespoon of fennel seed. So there we go, a tablespoon of that. This right here is InstaCure Number 1 pink curing salt, also called prog powder. We're going to use a 1/2 teaspoon. Alright. This right here is dry milk. We're going to put in 3 tablespoons of dry milk. We're going to do 3 teaspoons of Peppercorn Medley grinder. Just got some black peppercorns, pink peppercorns, allspice, coriander, all that good stuff. You could just use black pepper and that would be fine. Now it's time to mix this up with a spoon. Now we'll add in our water. There we go. Alright, this right here is some ground beef, roughly 1 pound. I've got it chilled to almost freezing temperature. With our meat being mixed up, now we add in the patina, or add in the beef. Okay. Alright, after a while of mixing, you can take this, hold it underneath, see all that feathery stuff, see how it's sticking to the spoon? Yeah, that's what you want. You're supposed to use polenta, and I was trying to find yellow cornmeal. Could not find yellow cornmeal that was not already got leavening and all that. You want one with no leavening, but this is stone ground cornmeal. It's white. It's close as I can get to polenta in my area. And so main thing is that it's medium and that there's no leavening in it. So what I'm going to do is take this, I'm going to put it into a container. It's right here. I'm going to take cup-sized portions of the meat and fill this up. Take that, pull it out into a ball, and then roll that in this. This then goes onto a tray. I took these and did them in the normal fashion. Probably could have gone with 3/4 of a cup, maybe even a half cup size, done them smaller so they'd fit on a cracker or whatever. This one right here I did more of a log shape, just so that could see how that does for cutting. I have just a little bit of farce meat left over right here, and so what I'm going to do there, take that, put that right there. We're going to roll this up like that and put this right there. This will get covered up in plastic wrap. And the reason for this, we want to make sure that we got plenty of humidity in here, because we're going to put this at about 80 degrees, 90 degrees Fahrenheit. Alright, this goes into the oven with the light on, and it will stay there 24 hours. We need 24 hours at 89 degrees so that the bacteria culture from the buttermilk does its job and ferments the meat. We'll see in 24 hours. 24 hours later, we're going to take these out. The first thing you'll notice is the bright pink color. It has changed dramatically. No matter how many times you do this, it always feels weird to ferment meat, and the pungent smell of sourness kind of fills the room when you open up the oven. This is definitely soured overnight like you want. Now what you'll notice here, this is now congealed together. This is all one piece. Alright, it's being held together and kind of got a wet, waxy look to it. You can see the fat in there is not like melting. It's got a nice sour smell to it. You can now see about what the finished product is going to look like. You can see the little pieces of pepper and the little pieces of fennel. That right there is a homogenized piece. We're going to take and put some cornmeal in this and cover it up. So I did want to say something about the fermentation process. This process comes from the ancient Rome, or ancient Romans, and they were the ones that taught it to what would become the Italians, the French, the Spanish, a bunch of different peoples throughout Europe. And while everybody wants to talk about pink curing salt, there is a thing called gram-negative resistance. And this gram-negative resistance means that certain bacteria and pathogens, such as salmonella and others, do not die with pink curing salts. This is the reason why the Lactobacillus in buttermilk stay alive. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to have this process of fermentation. And the fermentation process is critically important because the lactic acid produced by the Lactobacillus, scientific studies have proven over and over and over again that when exposed to lactic acid, most pathogens die. And at this level of acidification, this level of fermentation, it's actually rendering your meat safe. So, few people talk about this. They all want to talk about the pink curing salts, but you know what? It would be pink even if you didn't have the pink curing salts. It would be pink because of the acid reaction from the lactic acid. This process turns it pink, not the curing salt. And a lot of people believe that's all the curing salt. It's not. It's actually the lactic acid process. Alright, this right here is my wood pile. I'm going to get some Chinese tallow wood, popcorn tree, whatever you want to call it, and get it ready for the smoker. Alright, the fire's going. I got my Chinese tallow wood on the coals. Got it closed off. And on my smoker, you can see it's coming out here. I got patina evenly spaced on my smoker. Close it. And then this will come out of these right here. I'm going to let this set. It's going to smoke at around 80 to 100 degrees. Today it's running cold. It's about 40 degrees Fahrenheit. And so this will just, you can see the smoke coming out here. So it'll sit for about an hour, 2 hours. This is not really a very smoked sausage, so about an hour or 2 hours is all that this needs. Very clean smoke coming out of here, still smoking. And one of the things you will notice on this very cold and windy day is that it never got up to 100 degrees. That's what you want. You want a nice cold smoke. And here you go. Not much color. Again, that's not what you're wanting on this. You're just wanting that nice smoke. There you go. I'm just going to put this on a sheet tray and let this set kind of dry out a little bit. and then we're going to put it in the refrigerator and let it sit for 3 weeks. So what I got here are some, they're 2 for 1 little basket that I got from the Dollar Tree. So, got 6 of these. Alright, what I did is I just flipped these over. I've got some paper towels inside the baskets. Every day I'll change out this paper towel as it absorbs moisture. The idea is that it gets air across the top here, and then I'll just keep flipping them. Alright, so this right here is our patina. And what I'm going to do is cut this in half here. Man, this is dehydrated down really good in the refrigerator. Most people will go about a month. You can go less than a month. This is the inside of it. You can see right there. Let's do a smell on this. It's got a very good smell. Slightly fermented. There you go, there you can see that. Good bind. Good bind. Let's give it a taste. The fennel is interesting. I'm not a big fennel fan in sausage, but it does well. I think I would prefer peppercorn myself. You could play with this recipe. I did do one where I had a longer log, and the longer log I think would do better for you for cutting it on a slicer. It's very thick to cut, very hard to cut with just a regular knife, so on a slicer that would be perfect. That's hitting on some good notes right there. I'd give it a shot. Definitely try this. You could do it with any type of game meat. It's a neat little trick. It's a very easy way to get into charcuterie without a lot of expensive equipment. I use store-bought ground beef and ground pork, but you could just take some knives and cut it up real small, or you can put it in a blender, take the meat, kind of get it almost frozen but not quite, throw it in a blender. It chops it up real fine, then you mix it all together. You put whatever ingredients you want. You could do it almost like a summer sausage, put some whole peppercorns in there with some whole mustard seed, and that'd be really good. Some pepper flakes, whatever you like. But I think this is fantastic. Give it a shot. If you will, please like, share, subscribe. All that stuff really does help out the channel, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.